Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Hamlet House coming back at you again with another fun gun review. As promised, I'm going to be discussing two items today. The first being the Crimson Trace Beretta 92 FS LG302, and the second one being the Gemtech Trinity Suppressor in 9mm. I'm going to go ahead today and start off by saying this is not going to be a gun review specifically on the M9 Beretta because it's been done too much obviously on the internet. The information's out there. And again, it's kind of going to be like beating a dead horse. But what I want to go ahead to you today is tell you basically what I've done with kind of tricking out my handgun, so to speak. I went ahead and picked up from actually the Beretta factory a couple years ago these laser grip sights from Crimson Trace. Again, the model is LG302. And what I do definitely like about this this particular model is because it's such a fat grip and I have such small hands for my stature, if you will, that it allows you to get a very positive grip control over the weapon systems when you're handling it. When your hands swell, they get sweaty. You obviously need some positive control over the pistol, and this definitely, I think, in this arena actually provides that very well. There's obviously a master on and off switch. This particular right here is in the off. You switch it up and on, and you see the laser out in front. It's activated. You can go ahead and disengage it. And this button here on the left side, along with the right side, is when you squeeze it with your grip, it activates the laser when it's in the on position, which I think is very, very nice for a pistol. It is zeroed. And what you go ahead and do is you take a mini Allen keys that come with the Crimson Trace system, and you can actually access the portholes here on the horizontal and the vertical grips, and you can actually zero the laser in line in unison with the actual with the gun barrel, which I really, for the most part, really like. It's a nice setup. I think it's a couple years old, but it definitely gets the job done. What I'm going to go ahead and start talking about right now is obviously the battery life. These take the CR2032 Energizer batteries. They're 3 volts. They have approximately a 4-hour battery life with a 5-year shelf life. And it's a very simple installation and removal. Is basically you just, like I said, you remove these nuts on the hand guards on both sides. They flop open. You pop the old one out, pop the new one in, and you're back in business. And you screw the the nuts back in place and whatever. So it's a very good system. Actually, I've had this for a couple years now, and I still have yet to replace the battery on it. So they do last quite a long time. I'm going to go over briefly with the specifications with the actual laser system. It is a 3A visible laser diode. It comes with a 633 nanometer, and obviously the color is in red. The beam size is 0.5 inches at 50 feet. And roughly speaking, that's basically the review on the Crimson Trace Beretta 9mm version of the handgun there. So I'm not going to bore you with the details. I just basically want to go over real quick, sweet to the point, keep this review as short as possible. And so I'm going to move briefly over here to the suppressor, which obviously I'm sure everybody is going to like this. This is a self-contained unit. It is one piece. You cannot disassemble this and clean it as you can with other suppressors that do disassemble, which that is a feature I do not like. However, this was the first suppressor I ever bought, and the thing that I did like about it at the time, and I still do like about it at the time, is the fact that this particular suppressor for the Gemtech Trinity was built specifically for the M9 Beretta service pistol for the U.S. military. And so with that being said is, according to the I'm trying to think of the damn terminology. According to the actual user manual that came out with this pistol, it states that you never use non-SAMI ammunition in this thing, because apparently it can mess it up pretty good. And obviously I think that's probably a manufacturer's warranty as well. You start using the ammo with it and it kind of voids the warranty. Doing some research in it, It seems to be that these suppressors came out in the market around 2004 or so. I bought mine around, I want to say, about 2010. And again, I liked it because it was built specifically for the actual Beretta M9. Apparently the predecessor to this suppressor from Gemtech was the Vortex 9. Doing some research on that. And again, it is a sealed unit. It's non-disassemblable. Non-disassemblable. Sorry, guys. You can mount this apparently with an H&K MP5 3-live Navy barrels. Obviously, I do not have one of those in store in front of you right now. I'm kind of missing the 30 grand in order to do it. But being this is that it is an all aluminum frame, I'm kind of wondering how that would actually stand up to, you know, fully automatic fire, which these obviously are not designed to do. They're designed to be on semi-automatic pistols. So again, I'm not sure that was why that was in a user manual, but I'm just kind of going off what little research I was able to come up with for the time being. It does come with an LED mount. I have never used this. I don't ever think I will ever use this because apparently, again, doing more research on it, that it is a recoil booster and or known as a Nelson device. It is used primarily with the Browning handguns because it's used for the additional blowback due to the Browning drop link. And I guess because of the blowback action, when the action comes back on the Browning pistols, it drops down, and I think what happens is it loses a lot of gas pressure in doing so, and therefore it's not able to fully cycle the round in the chamber and complete the cycle of operations. And so obviously Gemtech and other manufacturers for suppressors have come out with adapters where you can put these with use with other suppressors with the handguns, and they're able to cycle just fine with that. Again, never used it, don't think I will, but I just figured just for, you know, shits and grins, I'd use it for this video and just kind of show you kind of guys, like, you know, what I have and whatnot. I went ahead and I'm going to move on. Excuse me, guys, I'm just kind of jumping back and forth here. The maintenance with this is I've noticed that it's cleaned with Teflon based lube, i.e. break free. Apparently works very well. I just kind of use a little, you know, kind of a punch, if you will, kind of a punch. I just kind of punched the barrel because, like I said, you can't disassemble these things, so cleaning is a little difficult. But it does say in the user manual that it recommends cleaning with Ed's Red with equal parts with tranny fluid, mineral spirits, kerosene, and acetone. And it says never to use ammonia. Apparently ammonia damages aluminum. So I'm just kind of passing the word on with you guys and just kind of you know, giving you a heads up and whatnot. I picked up this particular suppressor for about $600 or so. It was actually $595. They were out of production at the time, and there was a guy in Arizona that was selling one, and so I decided to pick it up. So I had to add another $200 tax stamp to get it out of the state of Arizona. But I'm very happy with it, very pleased with it, and it was my first suppressor. So just real briefly, guys, the physical specs of the suppressor is it's about 6.5 inches long, and it's 8 inches long with LID installed. The diameter of the suppressor is 1.25 inches, and it is made of high tensile aluminum alloys. The finish comes in matte black anodized finish, and it weighs 5.8 ounces, and it weighs also 7.9 ounces with the LED. I bought this particular barrel years ago, the threaded barrel here, from a company called Tornado Technologies. I think they were on eBay at the time, I believe is where I bought this. But simply put, is you remove the thread protector here on the end. You take the suppressor and obviously go, you know, roll that guy on. Obviously make sure the threads catch. You don't damage the threads in the process, and you just kind of wheel and deal the pistol into place and lock it. So that's that. It's a fun toy. I want to say it's right around about 110 decibels to give or take. Obviously, you need to use subsonic ammo with the suppressor, so that way the round doesn't break the sound barrier. It is hearing safe if you use subsonic ammo with the suppressor. You do not need hearing protection, and it actually, guys, it's quite fun, really. It gets the job done, really. It's just a fun toy to have. It really is. You go out to the range, and you get a lot of looks from people going, "Oh my God, it's James Bond," and it's like, no, not really. It's just, you know, Joe Schmo, you know, a shithead with the suppressor and stuff. And so it really gets a lot of looks. You're able to get a lot of smiles like you are with machine guns and stuff, and it's just a fun toy to have. And obviously it's safe for that matter. And so it's just a really cool deal to get and to have and stuff. So I just kind of, I wanted to share that, guys, with you today. And basically, in a nutshell, that's the review, guys. I don't want to bore you with the details. Obviously, over here I have my NFA paper with a couple spare barrels and cleaning kits, cleaning tools. I'm sorry, and you know, again, don't want to bore the shit out of you guys. So hope you enjoy. Please click and subscribe, and as always, remain behind every blade of grass.